What's going on, folks? Nothing better to do. Your boy Blogzilla here, sitting here at the Hennessy Privilege Awards, the 11th annual. My man Daymond John is getting nominated, or getting the award. Getting the award. How's it feel to be honored, man?
Anytime you're being honored by anyone, to tell you the truth, it's a humbling experience. And then, I think I'm too close to it. A lot of times I go, they gotta be somebody better. But
you've mentored a bunch of people, and it's based off your mentorship, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How does a person come to approach you to say, hey, can you be my mentor?
A very good question. People cannot really approach me like that. I have to see and run into them, and I have to feel that there's a need there, and I have to feel that they're going to work hard at it. And I don't have a formal way of, all right, I am going to mentor you. It's more of an interaction as friends, and I feel like I need to give this individual advice or whatever the case is. And then, what will I learn too? I think that it goes both ways.
What was your hard work like before you guys got the idea for Fubu? What was your hard work like? What was it that you were doing to make yourself better and to pull yourself up out of the ranks?
Well, I always tried to run my own business. I always tried to figure it out, and I went through various amount of businesses. I tried to educate myself as much as I could with books, not formal education. I tried to educate myself also in regards to working in companies and trying to understand what they did and how they operated. So if I was working someplace for 8 hours, I was going to get the most I could out of that place in regards to knowledge.
That makes sense. I always try to explain that to my interns that, hey, don't leave at 5:30. I know you're supposed to leave at 5:30, but stay around for a little bit.
Yeah.
What was your rock bottom? Have you reached it?
When I hit rock bottom?
Yeah.
Several rock bottoms. For me, I think the first one was I'm gonna take a year off of high school, then going to college, and then that year became 5 years, and then I was a waiter in Red Lobster, and all those kids that I was making fun of because I was the cool kid in high school, I was their waiter serving them shrimp because they were coming out of college and they had better jobs than I did.
Yeah.
So I think that was rock bottom for me. I think that the time that I got arrested, and it wasn't something I did. I was just in a car with my guys and somebody had something, and my mother had to come pick me up from the precinct, and I felt that I broke her heart. So I felt that I was never going to see that look on her face again. I hit rock bottom several times, and I closed Fubu down 3 times from 89 to 92 because I ran out of money. But I wouldn't stop.
What motivation did you have to say, hey, this is just a setback, it's not a failure? Because I feel like that's the key to success, is not giving up. I had a similar story to you, was in jail and kept going. But so what is the motivation behind continuing and keep pushing on?
Well, remember, I got locked up for one night. You spent time?
I did 45 days, but want a failure to appear.
No. I was just preaching on. I think that it was really that I really was fascinated by anything that I was doing. So I used to try to do buy a crash car at auction and put it together. I tried selling. I tried a van service, and I did. I was good at that. It was always just I was fascinated with what I was doing. Yeah. And listen, what was I gonna do? I had nowhere else to go.
After Fubu sort of took a back seat, what was it like? What was your thought process like to rebranding you?
When Fubu started to slow down, I was fortunate already because I had our partners on the clothing side. They had already told us that don't fall in love with it. It's just fabric. And they had always said, let's start acquiring new brands. So we partnered up with Esco, we partnered with other brands. They weren't doing that well. None of them really took off, but we kept trying. So when Fubu started to slow down here, it was doing well in other places. And then when it totally started to slow down, we had already purchased Coogee, and Coogee started to climb already after that. But in between that time, we had Heather at Willie Esco did okay, Drunken Monkey did okay. We had Ted Baker, we brought it into the United States at first, so we had that for about a year. We had Kappa USA, we didn't do well with that. We lost $6 million on Heather Ed. So, but we knew one thing, that we knew the fundamentals of operating an apparel business, and that we knew that no way in the world, with all our contacts, could we not do well with one of these brands. We applied the same disciplines that we have in Fubu.
Yeah. And now, Shark Tank, super successful show. Everyone seems to love it. What has this experience been like to you, working with all these other 4 businessmen?
I mean, amazing experience. I think I learned the most from the show. I think I learned more from the show than anybody else, because not only do I learn from these amazing people who are top of the game in their industry, but the new entrepreneurs that are coming up.
Yeah.
You know, these kids and these people who are digital natives, and they're selling a whole new, different way, and their strategies are new. And I'm going, wow, you know, you made $2 million this last year out of your home, right? So I think this experience on Shark Tank has been by far, like, it's just a rocket ship. It's amazing. Now, don't get me wrong, it's also added to, you know, way more work than I expected to have at this time of my life. But it's fun. I love it. What's up? It's the Shark Daymond John, and you're watching Global Grind TV.
It's like dancing naked in front of other.
He would give me good advice, and you know, when you're a teenager, you listen to no one. So I would sometimes I would ignore him. And